Yeah, it's on. It is on. Give me a minute. Yep, we got our 5-minute mark. I hope everybody know the rules. I mean, if you like what we saying, all we ask is a suggested donation if you're not a member, a $5 or a $10 donation. That's all we ask. If we're gonna educate, man, we ask for a small donation for the teachings. You can get literature from us. It's just a suggested donation. That's all it is. And if we like the teachings, I think that's a small contribution. So let me give everybody a second. Like I said, lecture donation is Cash App $KGBay. Let's do this right. We got a couple more minutes and we're gonna get into the teaching. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation, Moors. Let's do this the right way. Give me 1 second. What? What? All right. We about to get this started. Islam. Like I said, donation, Cash App $KGBay Moors. We're gonna get to this teaching. This is gonna be my last teaching. This is gonna be my last teaching on YouTube. I told everyone, hold on, let me put my speaker on. Moors, I got a new piece if any of the brothers want to get, or the members, y'all want to get y'all a nice little God Allah piece in Arabic. I got these pieces, I put them on my page, I'll ship them right to you. I mean, they nice pieces, man, nice and solid. But we got 30 more seconds. Like I said, Moors logging on our page. If you like the teachings, I would, if it's Allah's will, we asking for just a selected donation of a $5 or a $10 donation. I don't see there's nothing wrong with that if you're coming on this page consistently getting teachings. Because like I told my brothers and sisters, fellow Moors, I'm not here for likes. I'm not here for followers. I'm here to educate and teach. I'm not here for debates. I'm not here for no pissing contest. I can care how you feel or what you think you believe in. That's not my concern. I teach Moorish science. I teach knowledge, order, rhythm, astrology, astronomy, nature. I teach agriculture. I teach civics. I teach international law, local, state, and federal. I teach linguistics. I teach history. I teach spirituality. I teach Kemetic science. I teach, which is our, Masonry is our science. I teach it from our perspective. I'm taking all the signs and symbols back. All writers in history tell you that this science is ours. We got to stop debating with each other, man. So like I'm telling Morris, if you're on my page and you haven't given a donation to hear the teachings, I'm just going to politely delete you, and you will be deleted for life. I want to give for all my students and members, or anybody that's on this page right now just tuning in. I'm getting ready to go back to my home state and do some business. But starting in June, all our teachings for my members and students, we're going to do everything on Zoom meeting. Saturday, we're going to have our civics, history, and law. Sunday, we're going to do our Sunday school. We're going to do it all at 2 p.m. on those days. All my members and students, I will be emailing everybody. But what this is going to be the process. Every Monday, I'm going to post on my page the time for the teachings on both days. Members and students, my members, you know what your obligation is every time we give a teaching. For Saturday and Sunday, members we asking for a suggested donation of $10. That's it. Non-members, we asking for a suggested donation of $20 if you're not a member. Once you send that donation to Cash App, $KGBay, what we would do, we would email, and when you send that donation, send your email with the Cash App. We'll email you the message and the time when to log on to Zoom. And you'll be able to log on. Everybody be able to be on there. After the teachings, I always say any questions. After the teachings, I'll be able to, every individual person be able to ask a question. You'll be able to ask it. I'll be able to respond. Everybody be able to ask. We'll be able to see each other's faces. We'll be able to see each other's faces. So it's no more excuses. I told y'all we're gonna continue to grow and continue to grow and continue to teach. So we're not gonna have anybody just lagging on that just, how can I say it, really not here for the teachings, just want to piggyback off of it. So in June, that'll be over, Moors. If you're not a member, if you want to view the teachings, you know what to do, because we're gonna be done with YouTube. So with that being said, let's jump into this teaching, man. If anybody not a member or a student, you know my email, goodmancurry@gmail.com. Send me an email. I'll send you a copy of the syllabus. You know, if you want to continue to see the lectures, you know what the process is. The teaching is only going to be on Saturday and Sunday after today. I will be on Instagram going live, you know, showing you real life events as I'm doing work in the community. That will be live, but all teachings is going to be over. Because we're going somewhere, Moors, and all the Moors that want to continue to play, we don't have time for that. Thanks for the donation. We don't have time for that, man. We are growing, and we're gonna do something that a lot of these Moors talk about. So let's start off with our Moorish American prayer, and then we're gonna get into these teachings. Moors, when I do these teachings, I have to do them over and over because I know Moors really not studying, and we must teach, how can I say it, over and over and over, and I must say the thing over and over and over and over, and that's the only way you're going to get it, and I'm willing to do that as a teacher. But what I'm not going to be willing to do is you to be ignorant and stupid and go on belief system. I'll be telling more, stop following garbage. I hope one of the empresses on my page, man. I said, Morris, just like you on my page, I'm on your page. I see the garbage you following. I know why you blind. I know why you confused. Because what you following garbage. Because somebody say something good, you following garbage. I'm telling you. I see it every day, and I call it out. So let's do our Moorish American warning. Our Prophet Noble Jurah Ali, he warns all governors. He ordered to read our proclamation at each meeting. And it reads, I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or in the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Oh, somebody said hold on. I got something else on another thing. Hold on, let me see. me see. Yep, I got you. But yep, it's Cash App $ KG Bay. Yep, it's Cash App $ KG Bay. Yep, Islam. I'm sorry, but yep, Cash App $ KG Bay. I got something else going on too, another recording. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or in the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be a severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. My 2 cents Moors, health and wealth. And when these, and when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course, Moors. Any member, or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet, or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement. If you don't know what the divine covenant is, you out of pocket. Moors, I have the literature. All of y'all should have it. You know? If you violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement, you will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their car and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. Can everybody hear? If everybody can hear, say Islam. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Ali. And if the prophet is not right, Moors, the temple is not right. Do y'all hear that? If the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. Islam? If the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out divine pleas to all Moorish Americans, that we all do our part, man, in protecting the prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways. Islam, Moors? Islam, Moors? Islam, Moors? Come on, that's why I can't wait till we switch so we can see each other face. Because it's going to be very vital to us learning. So let's get right into these teachings. I want to set the paradigm. I want to set the atmosphere so Moors won't be confused. We have to set some ground rules, Moors. If we're dealing with science and how our prophet Noble Ali set the temple up, it's only one temple. You can't go around arbitrarily lying, talk about you some more science temple of America, going around like you selling somebody some charter. That's garbage and that's fraud. There's even no reason to sell nobody a charter. Why would you want to sell somebody a charter? That's hustling, brothers. You don't sell nobody no charter and they don't have any wisdom. That's a waste of people's time. You selling somebody a charter. You can't do that. That's a fraud in the sin. Why would you want to buy a charter from somebody? Think about it. Instead of becoming a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and then if you understand the law, once you nationalize and once you have an adept, your paperwork is your charter and your dispensation. If you don't understand that, you a fool. That's why I don't say, when I ask Moors, have you been to a physical temple? No, you only hearing people talking about it. Well, I've been to temples. I'm through the temple. I'm a real Sheik. I'm a real adept. So I'm telling you, I don't have to bash all the temples. I create my own school for Moors to come to. Because I know a lot of these temples is garbage. I know a lot of these fake, dumb, anointed sheiks is walking around just idiots with fez on. I know this for a fact. You don't have to tell me. That's why I created a school of thought. More is just your pedigree. That's it. This masonry, this education, that's the science. We ain't no idiot, goofy Moors walking around poor and broke with that garbage. Just a whole bunch of colorable stuff. We Moorish Americans. We Moorish Americans. So let's deal with this science, man. It's Cash App $ KG Bay. If you're not giving donations for the teachings, you will be blocked for life. So I'm just going to give you all a little excerpt just to set the paradigm, and then I'm going to start walking you through this. This is stuff that you should know. I don't care who you are. I don't care if nobody say they some temple. Listen, man, when you telling half of the truth, when I look at it, you lying, I'm done with you. Point blank, because there's only one law, it's only one history. You can't make up a whole bunch of garbage. And the only reason why people do that, because they know that you don't know where it stops today. Another divine warning by our prophet Noble Drew Ali, the prophet for the nations. The citizens of all free national governments, according to their national constitution, are all of one family bearing one free national name. This is law. Those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government are classified as undesirables and are subject to all inferior names and abuse and mistreatments that the citizens care to bestow upon them. And it is a sin for any group of people to violate the national constitutional laws of a free national government and cling to the names and principles that delude to slavery. That's why I'm asking more. That's why our prophet said, help me. Help me save my people who have fallen from the constitutional laws of government. I'm depending on you to support me, to support us, to get our people back to the constitutional fold again, that they will learn to love instead of hate. And I will live according to love. You should live according to love. We should live according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, supporting our free national constitution of the United States of America. Don't y'all know what our prophet is stating? Our prophet Noble Drew Ali is stating what I'm clearly stating to all the misnomer Negro, blacks, and colored, and misnomer Latino and Mexicans. What I'm clearly stating is that there is only one free national name for citizens of the United States of America. The one free national name is American. The one free national name is American. We are Moorish Americans because we are descendants of Moroccans, and we are born in the United States of America. The free national name of the Italian Americans is what? America or American. They are Italian Americans because they are descendants of Italians and were born in the United States of America. Right? Again, Moors, there is only one free national name for citizens of one country, which are governed by one free national constitution. Are we clear? I mean, this is too simple. Islam, Moors, I'm breaking this down simply for we can be clear, so nobody can't come with you with that garbage again. I don't care what they portray. I don't care who they think they are. If they're not talking exactly what this is, giving you facts, they lying. They afraid to be who they are. They afraid to teach. We're not afraid of a damn thing. We're going to teach, regardless if it fills a room or if it clears it out. That's what we're here to do. We're going to teach, regardless if it clears a room or if it fills it up, vice versa. And I don't care either or. The citizens, Moors, of all free national governments. Before I even get into this, man, I don't care. If any Negro, black, or color right now, you call yourself a Moor and you're not annexing your band and L of your name, you are playing. All the stuff that you're saying, you're wasting your time. Because one, you're not even confident enough who you are. And you got the audacity to tell somebody else something. You won't even wear your fez in the real world. So you have no business saying nothing. You have no confidence of who you are. You steady going around calling yourself black. A joke. And the citizens of all free national governments, according to our national constitution and their national constitution, are all of one family bearing one free national name. Islam, Moors? Islam? Talk to me. Am I saying something wrong? Correct me if I'm lying. Those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government are classified as undesirables, right? Didn't I give you all that? Right, Moors? Subject to all inferior names and abuse and mistreatments that the citizens care to bestow upon them. And it is a sin for any group of people to violate the national constitutional laws Research these. What do y'all think the liberty? All these Moors love to read, and the Liberty Bell 25 and 10. Okay, well, you ain't even defending the Constitution. You just talking garbage. If we Moors, let's make it. If we're Moors, let's take it. Let's take it to the world. I'm right here. We got time to be playing with your scary Moors. And it's a sin for any group of people to violate. Man, they don't know nothing, James. We got to show these goofballs. They afraid. See, these Moors act like they some European Masons, some Negro Masons. I'm telling you, all these stupid Moors, they act like they some secret group. And that's why they families ain't nothing. Well, they ain't nothing secret with us. We got to come from out of that damn shell. Come from out of that. Come from behind the internet. Be in the world. We in the world. That's why I want to get this physical temple. I want y'all to help us so we can do this and we can show the world that we ain't hiding. It's over 60 million is us worldwide. Misnomer Latino, Mexicans, you are more. You're original to this land. What the hell these fools talking about? And it's a sin for any group of people to violate the national constitutional laws of a free national government and cling to the names and the principles that delude to slavery. What did I tell y'all more? The Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. Man, you should have that on your shirt. It should be no doubt who you are. You're not going to let nobody know who you are. You're going to continue to play. You're going to let somebody call you a Negro. I, the prophet, was prepared by the great God Allah. I'm a prophet. A prophet and an angel is just somebody clothed in the flesh to give you a warning. That's all. And then we let other people and then Negroes tell us that we don't have prophets and messiahs in the flesh. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Then I said, I know Moors ain't reading. Because when I say I'm a prophet and an angel in the flesh, and you deny that, you ain't reading your one-on-ones. You definitely ain't reading it. Because the prophet and the angel is someone clothed in the flesh of Allah. Point blank, if the heart is right, to come deliver you a divine message and a warning. That's how I know Moors don't study and read. Talk about you study on your own. Studying what? I, the prophet, was prepared by the great God Allah to warn my people to repent from the sinful ways and go back to the state of mind, to their forefathers' divine and national principles, that they will be law abiders and receive their divine rights as citizens. As citizens. What? You hear me? You hear me? Are y'all listening to me? Let me go back. The divine and national principles, that they will be law abiders and receive their divine rights as citizens. Any more tell you ain't no Moorish American, you ain't no citizen, they are lying and saying, tell me what you are. Tell me what you are. And I say they don't know any law. A lie and a sin. Because they know you don't know anything. They won't put nothing on it. Tell them to put their life on it to tell you that you ain't a citizen. I'll tell you, I'll put my life on it to tell you that you're an American citizen. Point blank. If you don't understand the 13th Amendment, if you don't understand all law, you playing. And these Negroes putting you back in slavery. I don't give a damn if they got a fez on. What these Negroes studying? Nothing. You can't play make-believe when the real law and the real adapt come to you. You can't get upset. You can't get upset if you should want the truth. You should want the truth, and the truth should make you free. I told you, I don't give a damn what you dressed up, man. A fraud is a fraud. All you got to do is pull the truth over the fraud. You got the truth and falsehood. Yeah, it's strangely mixed if they lying to you, but we gonna pull the truth out of everything. Point blank. They are to claim their own free national name and religion. That'll make you a complete fifth. We're not 3/5 anymore. I'm telling you, man. Thanks for the donation. It's Cash App $KGB. Thanks, Noble. But there is but one issue for those misnomer Negro, blacks, and colors, and Latinos, Hispanics, to be recognized by this government and on the earth. And it comes only through the connection of the Moorish Divine National Movement. When I say the Moorish Divine National Movement, I didn't say the Moorish Science Temple. Our prophet set the temple up a certain way. The process. You can proclaim, declare, and have due process all you want. Well, you can do that. But what I tell Moors, the temple is supposed to be doing the job as a collective group, and they drop the damn ball. And these Negroes drop the ball because they acting like they can do something. instead of just telling the truth of the matter. I'm telling you, man, pertaining to law, I'm right here. So we're going to clear all their lies up today. I love our Prophet Noble Drew Ali, but I'm not going to let these goofballs sit in the temples like they some of these old farts and won't sit their ass down because they don't know nothing because you got a fez on. Thinking you just going to sit there like you some southern gospel preacher telling our empresses that can't wear the fez, and the fez represents them, especially the white fez with the gold tassel. These Negroes don't know any science. They playing church, telling you a whole bunch of old stuff, and they poor and broke. Babies don't know nothing, no literature. Go on with that, man. Go on with that. It's only one way for us to be recognized by this government and of the earth, and it's to come through the connection of the Moorish Divine National Movement. The Moorish Divine National Movement, the movement. I ain't say the temple is stagnant. I don't give a damn about no building. I'm talking about the movement, and the movement right here. We got to keep going. These Negroes just stop, just preaching with fezzes and turbans on, that's dressed up preaching. You ain't collecting nobody to freedom. That's incorporated in this government and recognized by all other nations of the world. And through it, they and the children can receive their divine rights unmolested by other citizens, that they can cast a free national ballot at the polls under the free national constitution of the state's government. You ain't know that, did you? And under a granted privilege, as has been the existing condition for many generations. But you just gonna sit back and play because you don't know law, and then you gonna let some goofball Sheik tell you they don't deal with law. Well, history is law. Your freedom is wrapped up in the law. The only way to get out the fire is go through the fire. You got some goofball just sitting there, some preacher with a fez on. And we supposed to be divine ministers, but we supposed to do more. This is a holy and divine creed. We're supposed to teach our nationality and spirituality. You can't have one without the other. If you say you a Sheik, you must, come on, man. Man, y'all know in the Moorish temple, a Sheik and a Sheikess is an adept. An adept means you have a particular type of skill. I know plenty of adepts, they're not Moors because they have science. I know European Masons, that's potentates. They are adepts. They know this Kemetic science more than any goofball Negro that call themselves a Sheik, because I know they don't study. And then you let these Moors, oh, he's a Sheik. A Sheik of what? A Sheik of what? A Sheik and a Sheik is in Moorish temple is an adept. You better research what an adept is. You who doubt whether I, the prophet, and my principles are right for the redemption of my people, go to those that know law. Go to those that know law in the city hall and among the officials in your government. No more did it, because they just want to talk garbage. And ask them under an intelligent tone, and they will be glad to render you a favorable reply. For they are glad to see me, the prophet, bring you out of darkness into light. See, money doesn't make the man. You'll just be a Negro with some money. It's his free national standards and power that makes a man and a nation. The wealth of all national governments, gold and silver, commerce, belong to the citizens alone. And without your national citizenship, by name and privileges, Moorish, you have no true wealth. And I am hereby calling on all true citizens that stand for a national free government and the enforcement of the Constitution. We're not outside of the law. We're enforcing the Constitution. What does it say on the Liberty Bell? The Liberty Bell is the soft fez inside out. I'm telling you, man. Y'all don't even know this. All we doing is enforcing the Constitution. And help me in this great missionary work, because we need all the support from all true American citizens of the United States of America. Help me to save my people who have fallen from the constitutional laws of government. And I am depending on your support, Moors, to get them back to the constitutional fold. Again, that they will learn to love instead of hate. And I will live according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, supporting our free national constitution of the United States of America. See, I love my people, and I desire our unity and mind back to our own national and divine standard Because day by day, Moors, we have been violating the national and constitutional laws of our government by claiming names and principles that are unconstitutional. If Italians, Moors, Greeks, English, Chinese, Japanese, the misnomer Turks, because we are the Turks, the Arabians, if they are forced to proclaim their free national name and religion, Moors, before the constitutional government of the United States of America, it is no more than right, Moors, that the law should be enforced upon all other American citizens alike, right? Why do you think that the law, why they enforce the laws on the misnomer Negro, black, and color? Why you think they don't want you to claim your nationality? Think about this. This is the law. In all other governments, when a man or a woman is born and raised, they are asked for his or her national descent name. And if he fails to give it, he is misused, imprisoned, or exiled. Listen, if my last name was Ling Ching, you'll be like, man, where he from? He from Chinese, Vietnamese? And then somebody say, oh, English. Oh, because you speak English, or you think you an Englishman? And see, this is the asinine stuff. We don't even think. Any group of people that fail to answer up to the constitutional standard of law by name and principles, because to be a citizen of any government, you must claim your national descent name. This is facts. Because they place their trust upon issues and names formed by their forefathers. And you got Negroes saying Obama didn't do nothing for black folk. He wasn't supposed to do nothing for a slave or a commodity. He told you that you have a nationality and a spirituality. No one will be denied of a nationality and a right to change. He said no one will be arbitrarily denied of a nationality and a right to change it. And to claim a child replaces the birth certificate. The Declaration of Human Rights tell you this, Article 15. So what you talking about? Negroes always want somebody to carry you. And our prophet tell you everything. The only way to get out the fire is to go back through the fire. Negroes don't know analogies. You just talking because you playing. The word Negro deludes in the Latin language to the word nigger. Don't y'all know? Nigra, Modelo, nigger, black, negrito beans, black beans. Are you some beans? You something to be ordered? You something to be owned? I'm keep telling y'all. The same as the word color deludes to anything that is painted, varnished, and dyed. This is simple etymology. And every nation must bear a national descent name, thank for the donation of their forefathers, because honoring thy father and thy mothers, your days will be lengthened upon the earth. Isn't that what the scripture says? These names have never been recognized by any true American citizen of today. Moors, get the 1599 Geneva Bible and turn to Jeremiah. It says Ed Melanik the Blackamoor. Hell no, Moor don't mean black. If it did, they'd call you blackity black. See, this is stuff that you got to destroy when these goofball Negroes try to knock who we are, because they want to play this game because they're getting a check. That's why Negroes continue to sell you out. That's why these fake scholars is not going to tell you your Moorish legacy and tell you like I'm telling you, because somebody paying them. Allah covered me. My family covered me. Got time to be playing. If I'm an educator, I'm an educate. You've been lied through all through history, and all your history is buried in books. And I say they did write about you. Your teacher's just not going to teach. The Moors just playing around. I'm here to tell you this is scholarship. We're going to teach, and we're going to teach our babies, and we're going to rise above this madness. Through your free national name, you are known and recognized by all nations of the earth that are recognized by the said national government in which they live. Even I love my 5% of my gods of earth. But I say, man, what's your nationality? Brother still complain. My Hebrew brother, I say, what's your nationality? You steady playing. It's one nationality, many cultures. We are the copper colored races. See, you cannot talk history and law and civics with a Negro that's only reading religious books. Their mind is clouded because they on religious dogma. They ain't reading no history and no law. They basically understand it on the belief system. I'm telling you, man, y'all know I'm telling the truth. They are recognized by this national government in which they live. See, the 14th and the 15th Amendments, Moors, only thing it did, that's right, Brother James. They know I'm telling the truth, but see, Negroes don't want to hear it. They want to go around with their teeth smiling, begging somebody for something, and don't want to be themselves. When I started this, I said, I know every Moor that's going to fall off. I know it because I know you playing. You don't know that you're, like, I know two Moors. I'm not going to say their name. Don't already know that I called them out that they was going to fall off the top. I be looking at everybody's page, that be looking at mine. I see a lot of Moors following these goofy pages, these publication pages with this false information, and I'm like, that's why you're bleepity bleep so confused. You just following garbage because you like to follow stuff. You following some publication, and I'm like, this is stupid. It's stupid. So nobody got to tell me. Just like you on my page, I'm on your page, and I see what Moors following. They following publications. They following garbage. You so damn confused. You letting people trick you. And I'm like, man, this is garbage. And I'm telling you the same thing, law, because you won't, like, people want to trick it. Either to be tricked. And I'm giving you law. The only thing that's going to save you is law and coming together. These Negroes lying. It's a type of everything. It's a type of everything. So the 14th and the 15th Amendment brought the North and the South in unit, placing the Southerners, who were at that time without power, with the constitutional body of power. And at that time, in 1865, the free national constitutional laws that was enforced since 1774 declare all men equal and free. And if all men are declared by the free national constitution, Moors, to be free and equal, since that constitution has never been changed, there is no need for the application of the 14th and the 15th Amendment for the salvation of my people. If you don't understand that, you are confused. So why we got to follow these goofballs like that TV show? See, I'm going to start talking flat out, matter of factual from now on, because we playing, and I don't have to be nice. My mama told me to be honorable and noble. My daddy told me to be honorable and noble. Nice. You better research what nice mean. Research what nice mean. And so you got that show with Dr. Cornel West and all them so-called scholars, African-American scholars. You got all them entertainers, T.I. and Killer Mike, and they using all that colorable stuff. You got that one dude that be hustling people in real estate. It's just what it is, man. On there talking about, what are we, Negro, black, and colored? Man, y'all know the law, or y'all don't know the law. Want me to give it to you? I'll break the law down simply. That's who we are. And until we become Moors, all of us, and take it to the world courts, everything people say, you ain't finna get no damn reparations. Stop that Black Lives Matter. Stop that reparations now messed up. Ain't no black, no Negro finna get no damn reparations. Period. 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 Them Negroes bug dancing. Why? Because they getting paid. They got to get paid. They can't talk like me. They can't say what I'm saying. That's why I'm creating my own. This is real scholarship. This is true American history. These is facts. I gave y'all all the books where the European tell you who you are. Albert Churchward, Gerald Massey, them all Europeans. David Matt Ritchie, them all Europeans telling who you are. Then I can get into our scholars. Then I can get into true history. You got to be playing with me. So there isn't but one supreme issue for my people to use to redeem that which was lost. And that is through the above statement what I gave y'all. Then, when I talk about the lion and the lamb can lie down together in yonder hills, when Masons use that analogy and Negroes don't know what it means. The great God Allah made us different. We don't got to be the same. We don't got to bow down and strip ourselves and dress like a European or dress like an Albion and put their clothes on. We don't got to be stripped of our culture. That's crazy. I have compassion for everybody, but I love me. The laws tell us to be who we are. And neither will be harmed, because love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice will be reigning in the land. And in those days, the United States will be one of the greatest civilized and prosperous governments of the world. But if the above principles are not carried out by the citizens and my people in the government, the worst is yet to come, because the great God of the universe is not pleased with the works that are being performed in North America by my people. And this great sin must be removed from the land to save it from these earthquakes, these diseases. Look at what's happening. Look what's happening. God is still in control of everything. If man make money and Allah make man, Allah still in control of all this. And I, the prophet, do hereby believe that this administration of the government being more wisely prepared by more genius citizens that believe in their free national constitution and laws, and through the help of such classes of citizens I, the prophet, truly believe that my people will find the true and divine way of their forefathers and learn to stop serving carnal customs and mere ideas of man that have never done them any good, but have always harmed them. So I, the prophet in the flesh, am hereby calling aloud with a divine plea to all true Moorish American citizens, to all American citizens, to help me to remove this great sin, Moors, in which has been committed and is being practiced by my people in the United States of America, because they know it is not the true and divine way. And without understanding, Moors, they have fallen from the true light into utter darkness of sin. And there is not a nation on earth today, Moors, that will recognize them socially, religiously, politically, and economically. Their present condition of their endeavorment, in which they themselves try to force upon a civilized world. The misnomer Negro, Black, Color, Latino, Hispanic, they will not refrain from their sinful ways of action, and their deeds have brought this Jim Crowism, this segregation, and everything that brings harm to human beings on earth. Why would you let somebody talk about black business and I say, okay, in science and law, black means death? And you got these fake scholars, I don't even want to say the names, you know who these older brothers talk about, a black business school, black business, and they call themselves scholars, and they show their dissertation, getting their doctoral degree, and I say, what does black mean in science and law? So why the hell are you going to have a school talk about black business and black this? In science and law, black means dead. So put dead in front of everything that you want to call black. Dead business, dead school, dead love, dead relationships. And these Negroes talk about some black this. Y'all should be calling these frauds out. Why the hell would you want to be a part of something putting black in front of it? Why? Give me one. Or we're black. No. Why you don't call it Moorish school, Moorish business, Moorish this? Talk about some black business, some black this. Put money in black banks. Oh, I want to put something in something that's dead. You Negroes crazy. You Negroes crazy, man. And what happened is they fought the Southerner for all these great misuses. But our prophet, what I've done, when we say we travel in the South and we examine the conditions there, and it's the works of my people continuously practicing the things which bring dishonor, disgrace, disrespect to any nation that lived the life. And I am hereby calling on all true American citizens for more support and finance. There's nothing wrong with helping a mission, to help me in the great missionary work, to bring my people out of darkness into the marvelous light. There's nothing wrong with that, Moors. We must be educated the right way, and I'm going to do it. I told y'all the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. Y'all know I'm telling you truth. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his or her nationality, nor denied the right to change his or her nationality. These is facts. If you say you want to say, when I talk about proclaiming, declaring, have due process, I've been giving it to you. I've been giving it to you. The proof of life and proof of claim of children certificate replaces the birth certificate. If you care that much, we're gonna deal with some science. We're going to deal with it. Thanks for the donation. It's Cash App, $KGB. I'm going to deal with this. I got to teach over and over because Moors, they get amnesia. I'm telling y'all, I'm not here for likes. I don't give a damn. I'm not no one friend. I'm not here to photo op. If you're not going to tell the truth and teach everybody the truth of what this science is, and you trying to hustle people and try to make them believe you're arbitrary, connotated, dogmatic garbage, you a liar and a sin. Because there's only one science, there's only one law, and there's only one history. So we about to deal with this. I did this already. I don't care. It might be some Moors that's part of these people temple. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Some Moors tried to, I told you, I'm cool with everybody. So some Moors in a certain area tried to come on my page. And they was part of this, lying about some 1010 number, and they got a real temple, and I know them brothers, and I said, if you part of that garbage, I'm gonna call you out. and they talk about a Sheik is this person that they said everything you asking is a fraud. And so if you part of that, I can't deal with you. I can't. Especially if you're going to continue to lie. So I'm going to read this letter again. I've done it plenty of times. I told y'all, man, I have elders and they send me everything. And they like, Noble, you a clean glass. I don't give a damn who get mad. I can care less if we're going to teach the right thing. So let's deal with it. I told y'all the 1010 number is not no damn trust. If any more telling you that, and if they a Sheik, they a lying and a sin, and they know they lying. And that's the sad part about it. That's premeditated. That's fraudulent concealment. These Negroes know they lying as soon as they open their mouth. They know they lying to you. They know, especially if they saying they some Sheik of the Moorish Temple of America, they know they lying to you. And some AA22 number, we must get 30,000 Negro, blacks, and colored, and misnomer Latinos and Mexicans to proclaim and declare and have due process and take it to the war courts in Netherlands before we can talk about some reparations. We must restore ourselves. These are facts. But see, they ain't gonna tell y'all duality, but I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm a clean glass. I need y'all to fall in line. Let's do this. So let's deal with this. It's Karen A. Yarbrough, Recorder of Deeds, Register of Torrens, Titles, Cook County, Illinois. When all these Moors be lying and see these goofballs were part of this temple, and I'm like, man, but you know this, you know you lying. Or what you mean, no? I said, but you know you lying. I said, anything can be looked up about the temple. Oh, see, you a Sheik and you a Dep. Oh, so you think I'm gonna allow you to lie to the people and we all supposed to be part of the temple? I'm not falling for that. If I don't stand up on truth and I let you goofballs lie to the people, I'm part of the problem. And I ain't with that. I stand alone. I told you, I teach the truth, whether it fills the crowd or clears it out. I don't give a damn. My family love me. So let's deal with this. This is July the 8th, 2016. Sheik Lionel Love L. Sheik is Malta D. Love L. Moorish Science Temple of America. I just got to read the facts. See, it ain't hating when you read truth and people falling for this garbage. Talk about this some Moorish American counseling. I'm like, man, white people hustling people. Come on, man, this ain't what this is about. So let's deal with this. In the past few days, the Cook County Record of Deeds, which is the CCRD, has received several forms of emails, correspondence from you regarding concerns that you have involving the organizational documents and other documents relating to the Moorish Science Temple of America. Man, y'all better be clear, because this is my last time saying this. I am writing to address these concerns and clarify the role that the CCRD has as the custodian for the public records. Many of your concerns were raised in the form of numbered questions. The CCRD's response to these questions are as follows. In her capacity as the Register of Torrens Titles, what is the full scope of the fiduciary duty owed to document 1010-5905 and the resulting entity, the Moorish Science Temple of America, as a body politic named in said document? Response. Clean out your ears. After reading your question, I assume that you are asking what the recorder's duties and responsibilities are in the relation to this and other documents. In this regard, the recorder has two specific duties and responsibilities. Number one, the recorder is responsible for recording documents that are entitled to be recorded. Number two, the recorder has the responsibility of the custodian of all recorded documents. I hope y'all are listening. You can't get mad at the truth. The truth gonna make you free. Document 1010, 5905 is an affidavit of organization. Did you hear what I just said? One more, hit me up. So you telling me it ain't no money set up for the Moors? Man, I spit my tea out. I said, who told you that? You done let these goofballs hush you all the money, talk about this some trust fund set up for you. Talk about go get some stocks and bonds and do all this. I said, they lying. That's fraud. That's all fraud, Moors. I don't give a damn who you are. That's fraud. That's fraud, fraud, fraud. Document 1010-5905 is an affidavit of organization under the Religious Corporation Act, 805 ILCS 110 ET.SEQ. Under the Religious Corporation Act, There are specific requirements that need to be met in order for a document to be recorded pursuant to that act. See the law, 805 ILCS 110-36. And then this is what an older Mora do that know you don't know. They'll start talking a whole bunch of junk and try to get mad and try to talk real loud. I don't give a damn about that. You man, your barking ain't scaring nobody. I know you lying. Because I know you don't know law. And the law trumps all that. I don't give a damn what you barking. Let's deal with the law. Let's deal with the laws. It's going to trump everything you talking about. See? And then they want to make stuff up because they know you don't know. And at that time, and at that time, that this document was presented to the CCRD. It met all of the above. It met all of those requirements. And it was recorded. As custodian for this document and other recorded documents, unless specifically restricted by law, the documents are made available for purchase by the public. Did you hear me? What documents? What I'm just telling you. You can go right to the county clerk and get all the information and prove these goofballs wrong, telling you some 1010 is some damn trust. This a lie. That's a scam. It's a lie. I'm through the temple. I'm in the depth. I'll show y'all all my paperwork. That's why most more don't know what I be talking about. They can't speak on nothing that I'm saying because they know they're not through the temple. All they can do is speculate. That's all they can do is speculate. Them Negroes ain't initiated. As custodian for the document and other recorded documents, unless specifically restricted by law, the documents are made available for purchase by the public. You can get them. C55 ILCS 5-4-12002. In other words, Moors, if a customer requests to purchase a certified or non-certified copy, certified with the stamp or non-certified without the stamp, copy of this document from the CCRD, the CCRD will provide such a copy to the customer if they pay the fee. Islam Moors? I ain't even done. Islam Moors? See, don't put your feathers in your boat when you following garbage because somebody that's barking loud. Don't give a damn about no dog barking. They can't take none of that stuff. All that stuff is garbage they talking. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me because you're not going through with a fine-tooth comb because you want to be a part of something so bad. And the real right in your face. So the CCRD has no other duties and responsibilities relating to this particular document. In other words, Moors, the CCRD is simply a custodian of this record and makes it available to the public for a fee. Y'all ain't listening. What are the procedures for filing documents under the 805 ILCS Religious Corporation Act related to property, mortgage, notes, etc.? The response, and I quote, real estate related documents such as property deeds, mortgages, or notes are not recorded under the Religious Corporation Act. So why some more go sit up there and lie and tell you that it's some trust fund and tell you that the 1010 number is some trust? I just told you. I just broke this down legally and lawfully. You should be stumping on all them fools lying to you. I just gave it to you. Real estate related documents such as property deeds, mortgages, notes. Notes is paper, that money. Anything are not recorded under the Religious Corporation Act. For the recording requirements for real estate related documents, please see the state recording statute at 55 ILCS 5ET.SEQ. I keep telling y'all, it's certain laws in each state. That's why I be laughing at Moors. I'm like, man, you don't know local, state, and federal law. You crossing jurisdictions. You dealing with some Negro with a fez on. He playing because they don't know nothing. And Moore's following that garbage, and I'll be laughing. And I'm like, you're going to go to jail. I'm sorry. Following a whole bunch of frivolous paperwork, you going to jail. And I like a dumb Negro up too doing that dumb mess. What are the procedures for filing documents under the 805 ILCS Religious Corporation Act related to property, mortgages, and notes? Response, real estate related documents such as property deeds, mortgages, or notes are not recorded under the Religious Corporation Act. Come on, man. What are the procedures for including the Moorish Science Temple of America to the list of body politics on file with the Cook County Recorder of Deeds. Listen to this. Response: the CCRD does not maintain a list of body politics. See, when a person can just talk over your head and you don't know, they just talk a whole bunch of garbage. We about to destroy all that. And see, even people that tell the truth, they be lying, but we can destroy their lies and keep the good stuff. That's why I said the clean glass is gonna prevail over the garbage. With this said, Moors, as I mentioned earlier, the CCRD accepts documents relating to the organization, the incorporation of religious entities under the Religious Corporation Act. And the document that you are concerned with, document 1010-5905, has already been recorded by the CCRD. Isn't it true that in accordance to provisions made possible for the body politics under the home rule, that documentation and laws of the Moorish Science Temple of America as a body politic are applicable to the management of said trust? Man, let me get some water on this right here, y'all. You should not be confused after today. Any more scam artists with that garbage after today, print you that fake paperwork, you should know what if you get hustled today, it's on you. The response: the CCRD is unaware of what specific documentation and laws are applicable to the management of any trust maintained by or for the benefit of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I would like to note that the Religious Corporation Act states that trustees of the religious organization shall have the care. So if it's some money or anything, the trustees, just like if you was a part of any religious organization, civic organization, whatever you want to call it, in order to be a trustee, it got to be something to trust. So these Negroes try to make up with some magic money at the rainbow. You Negroes ain't no trustees because y'all done messed up everything. Don't nobody trust you Negroes. You talk about this some trust. What? Y'all don't got nothing. The Moorish Science Temple of America don't have poo diddly. Period. Period. And I'm telling you, the only thing we have is us. That's the gold. That's the vast estate. And if any Negro tell you anything else, they lying to you. I would like to note that the Religious Corporation Act states that the trustees of the religious organization shall have the care, custody, and control of the real and personal property of that organization. So where all the money supposed to be? If the trustees of it, just like any other trustee and any other scam artist, they done hustle it over. See 805 ILCS 110-43. I'm giving you law. I'm giving you precedent. The CCRD is not a trustee of any trust or trust assets being held by or for the benefit of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Has this office done any competent research to determine who are the correct executive rulers? Here it is, Negroes always want to talk about like they ruling shit. The rulers of the adapt chamber? How an idiot gonna be a ruler of the adapt chamber? How a Negro that don't even have a third grade comprehension level gonna talk about he's some owner of some adapt chamber? What he gonna teach you? Your ABCs? Of the adapt chamber of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Sheiks with the power and duties similar to that of a trustee. So y'all gotta be sheiks with the power similar to that of a trustee. So that's what I keep telling y'all. Therefore, in this context, a sheik ain't nothing but a stupid ass trustee. That don't mean you know nothing. That's why I keep telling y'all, stop putting these sheiks on the pedestal. These Negroes might not be nothing but trustees. Oh, that's why they always reading the bylaws and the simple stuff, because they're not adepts. Response. It is my understanding that the current sheiks of the Moorish Science Temple of America are reflected in the recorded documents that are amended, document 1010-5905. If there were any changes to the trustees of this organization that are not reflected in these documents, the CCRD would not be aware of them. Is this office aware that only the founder, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, has the authorization to issue documentation 10-5905, and such has been the case since 8/1/1929? The response: although I am unclear what you mean by issuing the document, but part of the recorder's duties include maintaining recorded documents and providing certified and non-certified copies of recorded documents for sale to the public. I gave you all the law, 55 ILCS 5/4-12002. There's nothing secret about this. That's why I be telling y'all, There's nothing secret about the temple. That's why Noble Drali set it up this way. So it won't be no confusion. And the true Moor will remove all the confusion. Is this office aware that the unauthorized issuance and collections of funds resulting from the said issuance constitutes a breach of the register's fiduciary duty as custodians, criminal fraud, embezzlement, etc.? Response. Listen to this. The response. Your position is legally and factually incorrect. Remember I told y'all in a court of law, there's no excuse of not knowing in the law. So now imagine you under these goofballs telling you to do this, you're going to follow all this paperwork, you're going to court, you'll get your butt handed to you. That person on that chamber, he can lock you up for 72 hours for contempt of court. And you're going to follow this stuff? And you're going to follow this stuff. Your position is legally and factually incorrect. Please see the relevant statutory authority referenced above. In some of your in some of your other correspondence, you indicate that the CCRD has refused to file certain real estate and non-real estate related documents and index them under trust 1010-5905. Listen, Moors, to be clear, and I say this emphatically with a silver tongue, without a doubt, document 1010-5905 is not a trust document. Let me say it again. Document 1010-5905 is not a trust document. Let me say it again. Documentation 1010-5905 is not a trust document. If I see any Moors with that dumb stuff hustling people, you have liar and a sin. And if you fall for that, don't call these Negroes out, you stupid too. This document is simply an affidavit of organization under the Religious Corporation Act. And what this means is that the document serves as a record that the Moorish Science Temple of America is organized, incorporated as a religious corporation under the Religious Corporation Act. And the CCRD is not a trustee of any trust or trust assets maintained by or for the benefit of the Moorish Science Temple of America. That responsibility lies with the Moorish Science Temple of America. And if you are having difficulty recording certain documents in our office, please refer to the recording requirements referenced in the legal authority cited above. And finally, you indicate that you would like Moorish Science Temple of America to place, you would like MSTA to place employees in the CCRD for various purposes. Listen to this garbage. State law clearly indicates that you have no authority to demand that you employ members of your congregation in our office. The recorder has the right to control the internal operations of her office. See the law. What's the law? 55 ILCS 5-3-5005.2. If you have any further questions regarding this letter, please submit them in writing to me at James LeCliffe at Cook County, Illinois, Government. James Gleaf, Chief Legal Counsel, Cook County Record of Deeds. So, here go the letter. You see, I tell y'all, man. See, this, when I listen, man, I study law, all law. Anytime, this is free information. This is free information. This is free information. So why you ain't gonna share this with Moors? And this was in 2016. But see, I've been new about all this. Moors is gonna be lying because they know you don't know nothing. And they know you're not studying nothing. I'm not even finna get all into it. I'm finna give you the introduction of this, and then I'm gonna give you a little bit of our state booklet, and I'm done. And I'm done because I'm right here. And it's my last free lecture on YouTube. Everything else is gonna be on Zoom. I told Moors, if you want to see the lectures, you better email me, give a donation, and then I send you the email for you can log on to teaching Saturday and Sunday. If not, keep doing what you're doing. We building over here. Now, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of that wisdom. All these Moors that's lying to y'all. They want to keep stuff away from y'all. I'm not going to keep, man, I know this. I know all this science in my head. I'm telling you, and Moors not going to tell you the truth. They want to play. They want to keep stuff from y'all. They want to talk about a whole bunch of old garbage. Man, I'm not tooting my horn. All the science, the history, the adapt manuals, all the voodoo is right here. And that's what you need to learn. And the law. Everything else is uncivilized. So, I'm a Moorish American. I'm a true citizen. If you don't understand that, you don't know nothing. I'm of the clean nation, a nation of holy people that has been ordained in due time by the great God of the universe and the fulfilling of prophecies. Much of this work, man, need to be continued to done. And that's what I'm telling y'all. So you got a lot of dirty Moors that have been busy burying us as a people. Just as our prophet Noble Drew Ali warned, they will take this movement down so low, it will disappear from the face of the earth. And you Moors won't know I have been here. And I've been part of these teachings. And the writer of either that was they part of these teachings. And one of the writers that wrote some of the science, he was part of teaching doing the moderator Lovell. Who I'm talking about right here. Same thing. You can't get mad at me. You can't get mad at me. I'm telling you, I will bring out the teachings. People want to act like they God. Man, I don't got time for nobody with that garbage. And they not teaching you no science. And we're not building, we growing. You talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Man, if the prophet and all our elders was alive today, man, they'd be mad at us that we ain't following under the right auspices building. Following these old fogies. No disrespect, but they need to sit down. They're doing more harm. And the author, during that time, he was a member of the temple under moderate Robert Love L. And he went on record in the Fourth Circuit Court of Corporate Government of the United States stating that this author and many others of his members, listen, of his members. You see how people be trying to tell you that they got the right to nationalize you? All garbage. All garbage. Listen this is what these Negroes try to do. Like they got the right to nationalize you or denationalize you. That's garbage. He talked about that many of others of his members were not Moorish Americans and never a part of the MST of A organization. How the hell can you tell a person they not a Moor? You a Moor by birth. But you might not be part of the Moorish Science Temple of America. But see, we're going to destroy that today because you're a Moor by birth. You're going to be part of my school, the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. I teach Moorish science. That's my curriculum. The Burning Bush Tabernacle Moorish Science Temple and School. I teach Moorish science, man. Point blank. This deposition would normally seem harmless, Moors, except it was a lie. See, this is a lie. Laced with the assumable identification, which combined members with nationality. You see all these lies? Following a three-liter successorship of past moderates, beginning with the first post-Drew Ali Freemason named Charles Kirkman Bey, Love L2, claimed to have the power to make Moorish Americans out of members, divine ministers out of sheiks, and adepts out of officials. Moors, to make a man as one can make a mason, is the practice of Freemasonry at its most unscrupulous heights. Moors, to nationalize, to make or denationalize any human is both a sin and a crime. No God, prophet, or grand man has the power to nationalize any man, woman, or child. Moors, and those that have taken away a man's or a woman's or a child's true identity are criminals. And this practice gave the U.S. courts and outside world the illusion that the Moorish Science Temple of America was just a religion whose members under its tenets were nationalized with the name Moorish American and loaned the organizational marks of Bay and L. But needful to say, Moors, this nationalization, hoodwinking, was never empowered or practiced by our prophet Noble Drew Ali or any upright sheik or any upright adept. I'm telling you, I'm giving you an adept wisdom right now. You should be done dealing with these fools. I'm right here. We're going to do this the right way. If you ain't annexing your Bay L to your name, if you ain't using your Bay L to your name right now, if you ain't with and connected your birth certificate and all your license and next your Bay and your L, that's the first process. Proclaim, declare, and have due process. That's what we must do first. Because these temples playing, and I'm right here. I'm picking up the baton. I can't sell you nothing. No man has the power to nationalize another man. This would change him or her from the descent nature of his forefathers. Think about this, Moors. If one can nationalize a Moorish American, one can also make a Chinese or an Irish or a Sudanese at will. And see, this act brought light a 75-year practice of clandestine cultism within the various MSTA groups, showing how it has systematically Moors denounced 98% of its members as non-Moors or repo their tribal names, which is Bay or El. And entity Moors, any Negro with faith, I don't care if they call themselves some Moorish temple, any entity that eats its young can never be prosperous. Thank for the donation. And this is why the Negro, black, and colored today don't know nothing about the true uplifting duties performed by our prophet, or what I'm saying today, due to the national inactivity of so-called Moorish officials. These Negroes just want to have regalia they got from the Masonic store. I know where you Negroes get that stuff from. I know where you Negroes with them damn Mason, talk about you some Moorish TV show and all of you an adept in a day. I know where you got that. You ain't no adept. You have no adept science. If I take you through the adept chamber, man, you are off top. You'll be like, Noble, I ain't ready. And I know you not. I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact. Negroes be playing. They playing. And you falling for it. Talk about he's something adapt. Adapt to what? Well, if a person adapt, when you an adapt, especially if you was a Sheik, it's basic prereqs that you should know. You damn sure should know the triple roll of the adapt chamber. You damn should know your voodoo. You damn should know the house of Ali. You damn should know the 360 degrees of science. You should know all that. You should know basic international law, the basics. That's how I know these Negroes is playing. Due to the national inactivity of the Moorish officials, there are over 60 million so-called Negro blacks and colored today who do not know the great God of their forefathers ordained to them a redeemer. And all misnomer Negro blacks and colored, misnomer Latino and Mexicans, they all deserve to know these truths and make a choice. And this is the main reason, Moors. This is the main reason. This is the main reason. You know? It would never give another MSTFA or any organization the jurisdiction to neither rule over you, nor be a deterrent to your your national freedom and bamboozle your rights to be God. No man, no God, no temple has the right to do that. I'm telling you right now. How somebody gonna make you something that you were born? Think about this. I'm posting notice. I ain't here to slander nobody. I'm here to clean our house up. If you don't like it, get the hell off my page. Don't make me no difference. The truth has no sides. We're going to deal with it. I ain't here to slander nobody, but I'm here as a divine teacher. I'm giving you warnings to the ignorant and guidance for those who are still practicing these sinful ways. You are aligned, and choices are for the free. And my decision stands upon the principle of love. Moors, y'all know these sheiks that talk about they Moorish Temple of America. Moors, I'm gonna tell you facts. As a chartered organization, the Moorish Temple of America constitutional limitations are restricted to only teach its members their nationality and divine creed. Tell me I'm lying. Any other Negro call himself some Sheik teaching anything else, he's out of freaking pocket. I just gave it to you. How can a Negro call himself some Sheik of the Moorish Temple and I just gave it to you? Tell him to read his charter. Because I got my charter. I break it down to you. The MSTA constitutional limitations are restricted to only teach its members their nationality and divine creed. Tell me I'm lying. So how can these goofballs call themselves some Sheik from the Moorish Science Temple and they teaching you a whole bunch of fraud? They teaching you fraud. How some Negro gonna teach you law and civics and he don't even study law and civics because he got some stupid ass black laws dictionary? And he called himself some Sheik for the Moorish Science Temple and talk about some charter, and then some Negro selling you some charter. They can't sell you no charter. If you're a member of the Moorish Science Temple, you got your charter. I just broke it down as a charter organization. If you real through the temple, the MSTA constitutional limitations is on our paperwork. It's restricted to only teach its members their nationality and divine creed. Tell me I'm lying. Somebody better say Islam. And Negroes don't even know their nationality and divine creed. But you teaching something else. They not Moorish Science Temple Sheiks. They Negroes. You just falling for garbage. And this is the only way for it to live out its purpose, the uplifting of fallen humanity. From the inception of 1913, the Noble Group was never intended to be recognized as a national government, Islamic set order, or as a religion. Yet today, Moors, the Moorish Science Temple of America is widely known and accepted, such as our founder has been reduced from a prophet of Allah to a Shriner. And see, only Negroes that do this. When I go around Europeans and scholars in my field, they don't play that with me. They call me an adept. But see, only stupid Negroes will play that. Instead of calling me an angel of Allah or a prophet of Allah, which everybody else do, only a Negro will try to reduce you to a Shriner. I ain't no Shriner, I am the shrine. Point blank. Point blank. And our fez, the most highly respected headdress in the world, is worn mostly in secrecy, like shameless thieves in the blue lodges. These Negroes wearing their fez secret, telling our empresses they can't wear the fez. Man, you Negroes is crazy. Y'all better follow behind. I need y'all empresses. I need y'all noble Moors, the children. Let's do this the right way. Now, one national grand sheik has ever gone before the United States Congress of the Nations of the Earth to proclaim the Moorish Americans as an upright. Well, not in a sense, I already showed y'all when back in the day, but look at all these sheiks, the one everybody loved in Atlanta, when they be talking about this and that. And I'm like, okay, but you ain't, what's the real law? If we say we Moors, you just barking. The laws to freedom, we got to take this to the world courts. Stop buck dancing. Stop this preaching. Tell the truth. Take it farther. We are a people. How can we become, how do we restore ourselves? Through the laws. 30,000 Negro, blacks, and colors must proclaim, declare, and have due process. The Declaration of Human Rights tell us. These are the laws. We steady playing. So you might as well go to church. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. No sheik, they never went to the United Nations to proclaim the Moorish Americans as an upright, independent, and fearless nation of people. Not because they don't possess the divine tools. If they say they sheiks, they should have the divine tools. They should be speaking confident and bold like me with the laws. Man, I don't got to play. I don't got to give you no fluff. I'm going to give you the laws. Boom, 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 boom. Let's deal with it. Because the laws protect us, baby. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Not because they don't possess the divine tools to make such an overdue national stand, but because of not knowing how to use them. Just like I said, I don't give a damn if you got a compass. Me and my dad take you and throw you out in the middle of the jungle and say, get to east latitude here, north latitude, south latitude here, where the water flows northwest. You'll be like, I don't know what he talking about, but you talk about, oh, I got a compass. It ain't nothing but a medal to a dum-dum that ain't willing to learn. And that's sad with us, man. And the MSTA subsequently does not have the power to issue true citizenship. Let me say this again. The Moorish Science Temple of America subsequently does not have the power to issue true citizenship. If any Negro, some fake sheik tell you that they're a liar and a sin, they don't have the true power to issue true citizenship, nationality, or sovereign autonomy. And it never will. I'm telling you, man. For over 7 decades, this organization has assumed no Moorish American can exist without their authorization. B to the S. However, Moors, wrong they have been. See, they have forgotten that we are Moorish by the descent nature of our forefathers. And there is no one, no organization that is able to change this law, this fact. Y'all know this, Moors. The immutable truth is the Moorish Americans were in existence, man, over 21 years before the birth of our prophet, before the founding in lieu of the Moorish Science Temple of America. For those who love the great prophet of Ali and study the law, know that to be a Moorish American Moors is not contingent upon being a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Y'all better be clear. And those who labor under the social laws of oppression deceive themselves about this fact, especially Moors with the publication and distribution of our Prophet Noble Drew Ali, with this science that I'm giving y'all, with the laws. Still, the duty of the members is to strictly preserve the laws of unity and not to run away individuals, families, and groups of Moorish loyalists. That's what I said. These temples are right. Come one, come all. They playing. As a mostly religious organization subject to the jurisdiction of the United States, the Moorish Science Temple of America has lost its innermost bearings on teaching Moorish Americans to become a clean and pure nation of people. Yet this is what every Moor must do in order to ultimately be themselves as a people. No lawfully Moors chartered organization under the color of authority should assume the lawful judgment of determining a person's divine birthrights to have a nationality. A Moorish American is in good standing as long as he or she pleases the Grand Sheik, and they return to the Negro, black, and color if they do not. I'm right here. See, the building ain't thick. I'm right here. You don't got to agree with that garbage. On the international scale of things, Moors, that ain't living. Every man and woman has the divine and natural birthright to have a nationality. And the Moorish Science Temple of America, Moors, has no lawful jurisdiction within these realms. It could if it would teach the members to grow into citizens of their own government. And when I say own, I ain't making nothing. I'm saying going back to the constitutional fold. And today, Moors, defining nationality is of the utmost necessity. It is not a game for club members to play doing these meetings, more just having meetings 4 times a week. This is what we do every day. When a person, place, or thing interferes in the course of the national being seeking the protection of freedom found in his or her birthrights, it then becomes the lawful duty of that being to fight again for their only free national name. And after being a faithful, due-paying executive official for years, the author is explaining this, the process. You got to get under the right covenant. You got to be under the right teacher. Come on, man. It's just what it is. Y'all know this, man. The Moorish Divine and National Movement of North America is the living manifestation of the straight way between teaching our people their nationality, their divine creed, and being themselves. Moorish Americans, a clean and pure nation of people. The national portion of the movement is in full prophecy when the Moorish American government becomes recognized by the nations of the earth. That's why our prophet Noble Ali said, and I'm saying, the destiny of this movement is being guided by Allah. The Moorish Science Temple of America everywhere is suffering because of the lack of national and international mobility. They have become a conch shell of the one temple the Holy Prophet founded. When Moors be saying to the Moors, what temple you belong in? I don't give a damn what temple you belong in. You should be seeing your brother giving them hugs. Y'all belong to the same temple. If y'all following the teachings of Noble Ali, y'all part of the same temple. When one Moorish American meet another, they talk about that garbage. The difference is asking your brothers what temple they belong to. And when you do that, that's an immediate excuse to look to hate your own blood. That's an immediate excuse to hate your own blood. And that's why I say you Negroes will never be free. Because when you see your own brother, you don't even see God. You see a way to hate your brother. That's sad as hell. That's sad as hell. That ain't no Willie Lynch syndrome. Because it ain't no such thing as no Willie Lynch. That's that miseducation of the dumb Negro. Hating your own brother. And that because you've been trained to do that. You've been trained like a Negro. That's what you've been trained to do. And if you've been taught the truth, all Moorish Americans must learn to do what? Love instead of hate. And keep their hearts and minds what? Pure with love. And they would have been happy to be in the marvelous light of a fellow Moorish American when your heart is full of love. When you see a Moorish American, you will be delighted to see your brother. You will illuminate him, bring him out that shallow grave. And if he don't want to be brought out that shallow grave, step over the Negro. See, a member of any organization and a national citizen of any nation, they are two distinct entities. A member can resign at will or be expelled at a whim. That's a member. A member of the Moorish Science Temple. That's it. A national today is what his forefathers were yesterday. And no one can change man from that. No man can change you from your descent nature. Homeowners and renters are as ducks and chickens. You hear me? The former has the stability of responsibility, and the latter birds, although they both eat corn in the same barnyard, right? Only one can take to water. Thanks for the donation. See, truth is, a real Moorish American Moors is recognized as a national citizen of the said Moorish American government. I promise you this. A Moorish American who has not actively grown independent and free through his or her nationality card is still but a passive member of a religious organization. No religious organization has the descendant nature from which to produce a nation. I'm telling you, Moors. I'm going to stop right there because I don't want to go too deep. I'll give y'all a little bit of this duality, and I'm done. Like I said, beginning in June, I'm going to post when our teachings, Monday, our teachings will be Saturday and Sunday. Once you send your donation for the teaching, members and students, I will email you what times for the Zoom teachings. So I'm going to give you a little bit of introduction of our state booklet so you won't be confused, and I'm done. First, I want to give you some introduction. I greet all Moors in love, truth, peace, and freedom and justice, with high honors to the great God Allah, the Father of the universe, and his holy and divine prophet Noble Drew Ali. I wish to expound on how the Moorish Science Temple of America was declared a recognized free national government throughout the earth. And sometimes Moors, as Moorish Americans, in this new era of times, a lot of Moors struggle on explaining who we are within such an ignorant and unconscious society, being based in the color of law and the concept of Christianity and Al-Islam. But in reality, Moors, if we teach and do this great work as a government properly does, while running this ecclesiastical body politic and corporate, then people of all levels, Moors, will understand by our works and deeds and may be fulfilled on this divine and national movement as well, Moors. Our prophet Noble Drew Ali stated, Moors, and I quote, "A beggar nation cannot attain to its highest spirituality." Close the door, Empress, I can hear you. I will keep the European here long enough to teach you how to run a government. So let's stop begging, Moors, for what we should be working hard to retrieve, but retrieve it ourselves, because our prophet is keeping the European, the Albion, just the teachings long enough here to teach us how to run our own government. And this is what we should learn how to do. So I'm going to give you this science. I'm going to help you realize how serious this divine and national movement is. And I'm going to expound on what our mission is. And our mission is simply to uplift fallen humanity. And all nations have missions to fulfill. And we will appoint missionaries to make certain that those missions are taken. I'm a missionary as well. Adapt, I'm all that. That's what I'm giving y'all. We got to take care of this. So I hope many Moors take care of yourselves and get something from the science that I'm giving you. I'm giving you precious jewels. You got to understand the knowledge of this free national government, Moors, being incorporated under the Heard-Smith revised status, or under the Heard-Smith revised states of the state of Illinois, as an ecclesiastical body, politic, and corporate. And see, the Vatican state was incorporated under this particular act as well since 1929, Moors. And in this science I'm getting ready to give you, I'm just going to give you just a basic and a summary concept of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Definition of a state. And once I see all my members gonna have all this science eventually, because I want you to have all this. Definition of a state. Let's deal with this. When I say the power our prophet was doing, and Moors do not know duality of words, and I tell Moors words mean different things in the different sciences. So definitions of a state. I got about 15, I'm gonna go about 15 more minutes. I'm gonna go about 15 more minutes because these Moors playing. A state, Let's begin, and I'm going to explain the definition of a state. Is a people permanently occupying a fixed territory, bound together by common law. I hope you Negroes know what common law is. Habits and customs into the body politic, exercising through the medium of an organized government, independent sovereignty, and control over all persons and things within its boundaries, capable of making war and peace, and of entry into international relations with other communities of the globe. Can any Negro do that for you? No. So why you gonna think somebody gonna make you some fake ID, talk about they nationalizing you? A political unity, concretely viewed, a state is a body politic possessing sovereignty. Any body politic possessing sovereignty is entitled to be called a state. You ain't no damn sovereign citizen. That's an oxymoron. No individual is no damn sovereign citizen. I'm giving you facts. If you think that, you stupid. And I'm just gonna be flat out. And you are stupid if you think that, especially if you believe it. And don't you know this is a good characteristic to be describing when we talk about the Moorish Science Temple of America? See, Moors don't want to listen. They just want to make their own stuff up. And I'm like, are you listening to the laws and the power of how the prophet set the temple up the same way we set our school up? The people described in this state would be described as the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And by definition, Moors of state, the fixed territory of our state would be northwest, southwest, northeast, and northwest of Maxima. And the common law habits would be focused toward the what? The practices and chapter 32 of the Hearst Smith Revised Status of the state of Illinois. This too simple. By definition of state, the character who would have independent sovereignty in our state is the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's it. Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a true sovereign, and Moorish Science Temple of America is a sovereign body. This too simple. We are not sovereigns, but members of a sovereign body politic and corporate. Most Moors do not know what I'm saying. In comparison with the term state, I'm going to show y'all, let's look now and define the term body politic. I'm clearing this garbage up for y'all, man. They saying stuff to y'all because they know you don't know. Body politic is defined as a social compact by which the whole people covenant with each citizen, and each citizen with the whole people, that all shall be governed by certain laws for the common good. Also a term applied to a municipal, corporation, school district, county, city, state, public association. You see all those consist of a body politic, Moors? Are y'all listening? So we're looking at the term government, Moors. We can see that this term has a connection with the term state, body politic, and body corporate. And we can understand the similarities of these particular terms, or the duality. See, they just playing y'all because they know you don't know. Government derives from the Latin term gubernaculum, Gubernaculum, which is defined as the system of polity in a state that form the fundamental rules and principles by which a nation or state is governed. Polity, Polity, is the form of government, whether theocracy, federal, anarchy. There are many forms of governments, but this particular form of government, Moors, that the Moorish Science Temple banner is under, is known as a theocracy. Don't y'all know? I hope Moors know this. Every Moor that call themselves some Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple, they should know this. If not, they can't be a Sheik. You can't, man. This is basic training wheels, and that's why you're being lied to by these characters. A theocracy is defined as a government of a state by the immediate direction of God, or by the assumed direction of a superstitious divinity, or the state thus governed. And as members of the body politic, we recognize the Creator God, Allah alone. It guides this divine and national movement, Moors. A theocratic entity, it differs from the form of a secular entity, Moors. The Moorish Science Temple of America is a divine and national movement that has divine laws and holy laws that each members are to uphold and preserve. And if they are to earn the name of faithful, Moors be going around the beloved. No, not in Moorish science, we are the faithful. That beloved stuff, that's just catchphrases. If they are to earn the name of faithful, as afforded by Act 7 of our Moorish divine constitution and bylaws. See, we do stuff the Moorish way. We do our salat the Moorish way. We don't do no stuff no Orthodox way. You Negroes picking up stuff all over. You Negroes acting like some Islam Muslims, some black Muslims. Talk about some Ramadan this. I said, that ain't, we do stuff the Moorish way. Point blank. You bringing all that garbage and talking about, oh, this, because you ain't no more. You playing. The Moorish Science Temple of America was established as a religious corporation by filing the affidavit of organization. Documentation 1010-5905. Form 1010 recorded in the Recorder of Deeds Office in the County of Cook, State of Illinois on August 1st, 1928 AD at 2:52 p.m. And at that time, through this affidavit, our Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali gave birth to a free national government as an ecclesiastical body politic and corporate under the revised status of the state of Illinois, chapter 36, section 36. Don't y'all see the science? July 20th, 1928 was on the third day in the beginning of a new moon during the sign of Virgo. August 1st, 1928 was the day of a full moon. And it wasn't no coincidence on July 20th, 1928 AD that our prophet held the meeting, had the affidavit, notarized it, and recorded the affidavit on August 1st, 1928 AD at 2:52 p.m. And the Heard Smith Revised Status, chapter 32, an act concerning corporations, section 36, Religious Corporation Act, played a huge origin on establishing the Moorish Science Temple of America as an ecclesiastical body, politic, and corporate. So how can a Moor talk about they're going to make the temple and don't follow this? You made your own stuff up, and you ain't no Moorish Science Temple of America. That's why nobody can just make up and say they're Moorish Science Temple of America. You can't. If you want the charter, I'm a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I created a school. What is my school? The Burning Bush Tabernacle, Moorish Science Temple Moorish Science Temple and School. My curriculum is Moorish Science. My curriculum is Moorish Science. And the Moorish Science Temple of America as an ecclesiastical body, politic, and corporate. So how can any subordinate temple of the Moorish Science Temple of America not operate under the Heard Smith Revised Status, chapter 32, section 36? Because this act clearly states, any church, congregation, society formed for the purpose of religious worship may become incorporated in that matter following. Our prophet crossed out electing. Because see, you Negro just want to elect. This ain't no political vote. He put appointing because there should be some under your fez. You're supposed to be consecrated, anointed, according to its uses and customs. And at that meeting held for the purpose, 2 or more trustees, warden, or vestrymen, or such officers whose powers and duties are similar to those of trustees, as shall be agreeable to the uses and customs, rules and regulations of such congregation, church, or society, and may adopt a corporate name, and upon filing of the affidavit, as hereafter provided, it shall be and remain a body politic and corporate by name so adopted. I gave y'all the law. Can't you see when you study this Religious Corporation Act, Moors, and glance at the Affidavit of Organization, Moors, which is the original form of the 1099 Moors, you see how our Prophet Noble Drew Ali followed the substantial form of the revised statute and then expressly organized a ecclesiastical body politic and corporate known as the Moorish Science Temple of America, Moors, by that name so adopted. That's why I'm removing all the confusion and the foolishness. When Negroes talk about our prophet didn't establish a nation state. Yes, he did. A lot of Moors be confused. A lot of Moors might ask, how was this body politic and corporate duly established? Simple. By filing in the Cook County Recorder of Deeds Office an affidavit substantially expressed by our Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali himself being the presiding officer, just like I did with our school. Our prophet sworn that the meeting of the members was held, just like we did. He stated facts of our power and authority, just like I did, and having the sheiks duly appointed and consecrated, just like I will. This instrument is well known as our authority, but it's really titled the Affidavit of Organization. By definition, Moors, an organization can include a wide range of entities. Don't y'all know this? Organization is defined as a corporation, government, or governmental subdivisions, agency, trust, estate, partnership, association, two or more persons having a joint interest, or any other legal or commercial entity. That's 10. So I'm gonna get a little deeper, because I said I'm gonna stop 2 hours, I'm done. I'm gonna get a little deeper. In order to organize as an ecclesiastical body politic Moors and corporate at that time, a church, society, or congregation pursuant to the laws of the Hurd Smith Revised Statutes of the state of Illinois, the affiant had to file in the office of the recorder of deeds an affidavit, David, substantially in the following form of the Hurd Smith Revised Statutes, chapter 32, section 36. I gave y'all all that. Such affidavit or copy thereof duly certified by the recorder shall be received as evidence of the due incorporation of such congregation. If you want a copy of this, didn't I tell you the CCRD has it? Church or society. Source, I gave you the law. I mean, and here go the original documentation. Anybody can get this. So you can destroy them liars. I'm telling you, man, I'm right here, Moors. Everybody should be falling behind. Got time for no Moors just going to church. Y'all just listen to somebody, but y'all afraid to be who you are. We teach our holy and divine creed, our nationality, which goes together. Our religion is Islamism. And if you ain't teaching that and who you are in the laws, you just some Negroes with a fez on. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't respect that garbage. If you ain't teaching the laws, trying to get us back into the constitutional fold, and you just barking all day talking this, I'm a Moor. Okay, well, let's tell it to the world. Let's take it to the world courts. I'm tired of Moors playing, being soft as hell. Our prophet showed you this. I showed y'all all this. Our prophet used the subtitle. He drafted the affidavit of organization recorded in the county of Cook, recorded of office. He swore on the affidavit. I gave you all that. We are the Moorish Temple of America, derive its power and authority from the great Quran of Muhammad to promulgate the faith and extend the learning and truth of the great prophet of Ali in America. We are American Moors. And this is a very important statement on this affidavit, because this shows that we are given a divine mission to propagate the faith of Muhammad in America. And this particular Quran of Muhammad, also known as the Holy Quran of Mecca, is the divine instruction of the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali, passed down to all Moorish American children of all ages. How Moors don't even have the Moorish Holy Quran? That's sad. And every Muslim is born and not made. Every Muslim is born and not made. You can make a Muslim. See, that's why them black Muslims, they confused. Somebody made you, but you can't make a Muslim, because we know who we are. Those who love this divine and national movement founded by our prophet Noble Drew Ali will take heed to his divine words and my divine words, because they are the spirit of truth within the highest plane of life. And this Holy Quran of Mecca, of the Moorish Temple of America, is to teach man, to teach woman, to teach our babies how to redeem ourselves from our sinful ways and bring ourselves back to our original state of consciousness before we lost our vast estate. Our vast estate, we forgot who we were. And this Holy Quran is the highest authority known, the holy laws among the earth, because it's based on the essence of divine laws given from the prophet through his father God Allah. Don't y'all Moors know that a rule is an established standard, a guide, or a regulation? A principle or regulation set up by authority prescribing or directing action or forbearance. The rules of a legislative body, of a company, court, public office, of the law and ethics. See, Negroes don't want to be a part of something because there's rules to be. They just want to be a jack of all trades and do every goddamn thing they want to. They don't want to have no accountability. That's why most Negroes are not Moors. They're not in a union with an empress, because they want to do anything, because them Negroes ain't committed. They ain't committed. They don't want to be a part of nothing. They don't like order. See, the 5 principles that we stand on are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And we must uphold these principles to the best of our advantage, because by living by these principles, we are in accordance with the holy and divine laws of the Moorish Temple of America. And we do not choose to live by hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, and theft. And know that we know the rules of this state. We know that. So now we got to go into the customs and usages. If you say you are Moor, customs and usages are defined a usage or practice of the people. What people? You say you Moor, you say you a Moorish. Well, it's usage and customs that we do. By common acquaintance, how we wear our affairs, how we covenant, how we support a real Moor that's doing something. And by long and varying habits has become compulsory, has acquired the force of a law with respect to the place or subject matter to which it relates. So the question is, what do members of the Moorish Science Temple of America have as far as customs, Moors? See, our customs that we have are what we practice, of course. These are the 5 highest principles. Empress, I need some water. That we practice daily. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You got to do this daily. The Moorish American prayer is a custom. At the opening and closing of our Circle 7 meetings, celebrating the Holy Prophet's birthday on January 8th, our Authority Day on July 20th, each year are also customs. Simply wearing your Moorish fez or your turban, which Negroes are afraid to do, is a custom. We have to honor our foremothers and forefathers. Negroes are afraid to honor their foremothers and forefathers. You won't even wear your fez and turban. Teaching our people that they are not Negro, black, colored, Mexican, Latinos, colored folks, or Ethiopians is also a custom and method of uplifting. Another custom is flying our national flag on the land of our ancestors, which is known as the Moorish flag and has been flown in our land for over 50,000 years. And certainly Moors, the Moroccans in the Moroccan kingdom, they have falsely adopted our flag and has caused great damage, confusion. You got these Negroes talk about they Moors, talk about they some Moroccan citizen. You a fool. The Moroccan flag has been seen by the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali since the 1920s. And the present Moroccan kingdom in Northeast Africa today has falsely adopted our flag in the year 1956. And there are many other customs adopted as well that we take to heart along with our royal heritage. Study, study, study. How can you say you Moorish and you ain't study, 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 and you ain't a part of a study group like this? You playing covenant and oath of the state. We got a covenant and an oath. When we look back at the definition of body politic, Moors, we realize that there are important actions that citizens, that nationals, and subjects are to make a custom with ourselves. One action that I speak of is known as covenanting. A covenant of a citizen is an agreement or a promise of 2 or more parties by deed in writing, signed and delivered. When you say you a member and a student, when you say you a Moorish American, when you say you under the teachings, by which either of the parties pledge himself or herself to the other that something is either done or shall be done. You making a pledge or shall not be done. That's why I say I ain't talking to the Negroes that's lost. I'm talking to the ones that want this. Or stipulates for the truth of certain facts. So as Moorish Americans here in America or Maxima, commonly known as America Moors, under the divine leadership of our Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali, we are to attend to covenants. Attend to covenants. This is a covenant. This is a covenant. Attend to covenants put in place under this body politic. And there is but one covenant for the unity of the Asiatic race. This is the United of Asia, Act 25 in your Quran. This covenant is known as a holy covenant of the Asiatics, chapter 25 of your Quran. Come on, Moors. And when you covenant through the holy covenant of the Asiatic nation, you covenant with the whole people, and the whole people covenant with you, Moors. So to covenant, Moors, is to make a pledge. A pledge has a broad definition, Moors, but the main focus, what I'm giving you, is a promise or an agreement by which one binds himself or herself to do or forbears himself or herself to do or forbear something. The promise or agreement are the conditions of the pledge itself. So when thinking about U.S. citizenship, Moors, you got to wonder why the 14th Amendment citizens pledge allegiance to the United States of America. Unfortunately, Moors, U.S. citizens think that being born here makes you a citizen. And this is not true, Moors. You got to understand that U.S. citizens are naturalized, but not nationalized. And it's a big difference. And I'm going to go further in that later. but to lawfully be a subject or citizen of any form of government, depending on the rules and customs of that society Moors, under its constitution and government. One must subscribe and take the oath to its constitution and government. And this goes for proclaimed Moorish Americans as well, by taking an oath of amnesty and reconstruction of the Emancipation Proclamation, an executive order issued by President Abraham Lincoln in 1865. And you are a true American citizen. And this oath is to be subscribed by a Grand Sheik, which is an officer lawfully authorized to administer such an oath. And then such oath has to be recorded where? In the county. Come on, this is simple. So I'll leave you with this, with these Moors confusing y'all. The term said, when we talk about said government, when a member of this body politic and corporate takes the oath of amnesty and a reconstruction, he or she, the children, becomes part and parcel of the said government and returns back to the family of nations, which is the Asiatic nations. The term said denotes something declared. Are you listening? The term said denotes something declared or before mentioning. So we're not creating nothing. We're going back. Said denotes something declared or before mentioned. So on your nationality card, our Prophet Noble Drew Ali declared you are a Muslim under the divine laws of the Quran of Mecca, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Then he's showing you that you are a citizen of the USA, coming out of a rebellious state. And you have to take the said oath to be a citizen of the perpetual union again. So the term said government Moors has been used in the Moorish divine constitution and bylaws a couple times, particularly in Act 4, 6, and 7. And it denotes a government in a former time. To be a part of the said government is to be an equivalent of, whether citizen, subject, or even property through citizenship or nationalization. And the term parcel refers to a part or a portion of land, a part of an estate. Parcel, as used with reference to land, generally means a continuous quantity of land in the possession of an owner. I'm telling you, in the possession of an owner. The estate that we partly own will be, come on, man, I hope you know what I'm talking about. You got to understand what this means. To be part and parcel of the, right? Listen to me. To be part and parcel of the said government is to be a member of the perpetual union of the USA and in the existing rebellion like the Confederacy. This is why members who take the oath of amnesty and the reconstruction are congratulated and welcomed back to the family of nations. This is the true USA Republic form of government in the land of our ancestors, here in Amexima, or America. And the question I have in mind, and I'm asking you Moors, by taking the oath, the covenant, and proclaiming your nationality as a Moorish American under Act 6, are we members of two states, the Perpetual Union and the Moorish Zion Temple of America? And it makes you think how deep our prophet is. But the answer is yes and no. I'm telling you. You got to know that you're a true citizen. And another question on many people's heads is, how are the Moorish American duly a member of a sovereign body politic? And I'll leave you with this. There has been conditions set forth by members intended by our founder, Noble Drew Ali, and I'm enforcing them, for both agreed upon. You got to understand Act 6 of our divine constitution and bylaws of our Moorish American temple. You got to understand this. You got to understand this fee absolute is defined as an estate limited absolutely to a man and his heirs and assigned forever without limitation and condition. An absolute or fee simple estate is one in which the owner is entitled to the whole property. I hope y'all listening, with unconditional power or disposition during one's life. When we talk about a living trust, if it ain't nothing there, it ain't nothing. And describing and descending to his heirs. Just like when you pass and you have something to pass down, I'm passing down your nationality and legal representative upon one's death. I'm done, man. By fee simple, absolute, man or grantor of our estate would be Noble Drew Ali, and their heirs would be the Moorish Americans with the free national name El or Bey annexed to their birth name. So be careful, Moors, not to throw away your name for a morsel of bread. Our Prophet Noble Drew Ali is the owner of the whole property. He is his position of the estate. He is the holder in due course. Holder in due course is defined as a holder who takes an instrument for value in good faith and without notice that is overdue or has been dishonored of any defense against or claim to it on the part of any person. A payee may be a holder in due course. I'm done. Boy, man, y'all better learn the law. I'm done. I hope y'all become students, man. Like I said, starting June, no teaching will be on YouTube no more. I'm gonna give the message of what the teaching is gonna be each week on my IG page. Members and students, all you have for the teaching, because you already giving your dues each month, which is $100 for the teachings each week. When we speak, all we asking for members and students, that's $10. If you're not a member and a student, we asking for a $20 donation. My Cash App is Cash App $KG Bay. When you Cash App that, please leave your email for I can send you the emails so you can log on to the Zoom meetings. I love y'all, Moors. Any questions? I'm done. Any questions? Any questions? Thanks for the donations, Moors. We got to tell I'm done with all this people playing around, talking this religious stuff. I'm like, well, no, our religion is Islamism, Hebrewism, Sufism. It ain't nothing outside of ourselves. We're not teaching. I'm an adept. I understand the essence of all religions, but man, we got to teach our holy and divine creed of who we are. You're not Negro, black, and colored. I'm teaching you to be who you are. Every Moor should be getting a fez and a turban from me. If you don't have a fez, you should be getting one. You should be getting one. How you gonna self-identify? How you gonna know the teachings if you think you're gonna be able to? Because all this, today is the last day. Today is the last day. Teachers on YouTube. Moors not confident who they are in the law because you let people con you. Any questions, man? You got 4 more minutes and I'm done. Like I said, today is the last day from the public teachers on YouTube. I told y'all this day was coming. Everything now, my teachers will be on Zoom for my students and members and people that give donations. I've been doing charity for a long time. I get paid to teach this to other nationalities. And I created a school, a tax-exempt school to teach my people. And if you're not here in Arizona, the internet, just like anything else, you shouldn't be on the internet just following people sitting at home playing around. So now the day has come, and I told Moors, it's coming. Everybody want to play. They just playing around. Like our finances ain't just to be dressed up monkeys and paying bills. If you say you a Moor and you talk about you studying the teachings and you Moorish, you need to be educated and study the teachings under your brother. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? I'm gonna say this again because Moors be getting confused. When Saturday come around and you a member and a student and you be like, oh, nobody missed the teachers. Now, and I'm telling you, no more teaching will be on YouTube no more. Everything's gonna be on Zoom meeting. If you a member, inbox me your email. I'm telling you, if you a member, inbox me your email so I can write it down. If you want to be a member, you know my email, goodmancurry@gmail.com. All members, it's this simple. Once you send a donation, all you got to do is send me your name on that Cash App donation so I can send you the email. This is too simple. I'm not going to repeat myself over and over. I'm giving you simple instructions. All the teachings now, our civics, history, and law, is going to be on Saturday at 2. Our Sunday school and our biblical studies and our Quranic studies will be on Sunday at 2 p.m. I'm going to post that on my IG page on Monday. For anybody in the public, if you want to see the teachings, you know what to do. It's coming. It's coming. Everything is handmade. It's coming. Be patient. Please be patient. This is handmade. It's coming, Sean Owens. Inbox me your information. I don't know if you got your books, or I think you got your books. It's coming. Be patient. Believe me. Everything is coming. Our stuff is handmade. This ain't no raggedy stuff. You ain't getting no cheap fairs that somebody made with them little cheap graduation tassels. You look at a lot of Moorish fairs. Yeah, the perforations right, but then when you look at the tassels, it's some little cheap little string. Everything is for symbology. Everything you getting your fairs. I promise you that it's coming. I do a lot. It's just me. That's when I tell Moors, be patient. It's just me. That's why I need other Moors to be patient. It's coming. You will get your fairs. If you got your books, you will get your fairs. Inbox me your name again, Moor, for I can just double check to make sure I'm shipping it to the right person. Please email me. For you can be like, hey, the Noble, this, such, just making sure you send me my fairs, blah, 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 blah. Send me your email. Send me your address and all that. That's all you got to do for I can double check. This stuff is simple. We got to be patient with our brothers. I'm not no big corporation. This ain't no big store. It's just me. And that's what I ask Moors. Be patient and have gratitude. Most Moors, they never had affairs in their life. Most Moors, and I know Moors, I ship fairs to them. They won't even wear the fairs. And I'm saying, you pressuring me and you don't even wear your fairs. You want your fairs just to sit on the mantle? Inbox me. Inbox me. I told Moors the process. If you want to become a student and a member, inbox me, the process. Goodman at gmail.com. Send me your email. Tell me, hey, Noble, this such and such, such and such, blah, 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 woo, 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 woo. And then I'll check if you're the same person. I sent your books already. So I hope Moore's clear on the process. I'm only going to be teaching on Saturday and Sundays. Yes, I'm going to be going live Instagram, talking live to the people because I'm going back to Michigan. I'm going to be still going live, showing y'all current events. My life, but no more teachings will be on YouTube for the public. It's over. So the process for the general public, once again, and members, I'm going to be posting on Monday when the teaching will be. If you a member and student already, please send me your email. Once you send a donation, if you're a member, it's only $5 each day. That's $10 for members and students. You send that. I will send you the email and the time for each teachings each day. If you're not a member, it's $10 for each day. That's $20. All you got to do is once you cash out me that, make sure you on Cash App, you have your name on the Cash App, so I can send you the email and tell you when to log on for the Zoom teachings. You can also send me an email too to let me know. Say, hey, Noble, I sent you the donation to Cash App, blah, blah, blah. Please send me the email so I can see the teachings. Simple. Your face will be on there, my face will be on there, and you'll be able to ask questions. If we Cash App for a PDF file, would that go towards the $250 to be a student? The PDF files, now I got to be clear. Oh, sorry. So if we Cash out for PDF files, would that, no, not the PDF files. That can't. Your $5 donations and your $10 donations go to be students. When you buying books, that's a donation. So that can go for that. But your $5 and your $10 donation that you give to the teaching, absolutely that goes to it. That's how a lot of my members became members. I tell, like James Bay, when I've been doing this for months. I told Moors, $5 a day for 52 days. That's your $250. That's your $250 donation. Your one-time pledge. You get your feds and all your books, and then your $100 a month, which is $5 a day for 20 days. Tacked on your extra $20 for the teaching each time we teach. That's simple. But that's not fair for you to get PDF books and that go to you being a student. Because what you did, you gave a donation to get the PDF books. You didn't just give a donation. I gave you literature and you get a donation. And you get a tax exempt receipt at the end of the year. I'm giving you product. So to become a student, if you follow the teachings and you giving if you're not a member and you giving $10, each day, which is $20, that goes to the teachings. If you're giving $5 each day, as you should, once you get to $250, now you are a member and a student. And bam, I track everybody on Cash App. Once you get to $250, bam, I ship you your fairs, your turban, all your books. You become a student, and then I send you a syllabus and an enrollment package, and you understand your pledge and your obligation, which is $100 a month, plus tacked on your $5 a day for each teaching, which is what? $20. Simple. Right? Plain and simple. I say this simple as ever, and that's fair. If that's not fair, somebody tell me that ain't fair. I know that's fair. I tell Levy Moore, I say, Moors, I even help Moors out. I said every Moor should have my literature. Man, I got 7 books that'll help you. I told Moors, I said, Moors, if you get my books, my 7 books that you need, which I say you can get 7 books, PDF. I will let that go to you being a member and student, but not any other books that you get. I would do that for Moors. I would do that. My book, I got 7 PDF books. I'm getting ready to put out 10 more books when I come back home. So if Moors PDF, if you send a donation for my 7 PDF books, I would do that for all brothers and sisters that want to be students and members. My 7 PDF books, my books that I gathered and compiled, you get those books, that $50 donation will go to you being a member. I would do that for you. That's simple. Any other questions? So I hope Moors know. So when Saturday and Sunday come, when we do the teachings, I hope you don't get amnesia like, Moor, I missed the teaching. I told you the process. Any more questions? We're done. Any more questions? Any more questions? Get in contact with me, Moors. Be patient with me. It's just me and my Empress. We put stuff together. Like I said, this ain't no big organization. It's just me and my Empress. And now we're getting ready to, when I said I'm getting ready to have this web page up, it shouldn't be no excuses. I promise you. I have a whole library with books. Go on my IG page, Moors. I'll be telling Moors, my IG page, Ibn Hakim El Bey. Moors_haberdasher. Any items that you want is on my IG page, because we're getting ready to have my page up for our regalia real soon. Every Moor should have a fez and a turban. You shouldn't be going to Amazon buying that stuff from nowhere. When you a member and student, when you get stuff from me, you get a tax exempt receipt at the end of the year. You're helping me build. That's why when you get product from me, we ask for a little bit more for the donation, because you get a product and you're giving a donation and you get a tax exempt receipt at the end of the year for all your donations. You helping us build. I love y'all, Moors. Islam.